All right, so this is my final review for the final part of Grounation, which was on this past Sunday on the 24th, and it was basically a continuation of the talks from February 17th, which was Dancehall Stardom, Part 2, Crime, Justice, and Punishment. So basically had moderator Coleen Douglas, and you also had panelists Cordel Green, Carlene Smith, and if you remember Carlene Smith, that used to be famous dancehall queen from the 90s. If you grew up on dancehall in the 90s, you know who Carlene is. All right, and also Robin Clarke and Chris Charles. To be fair, I'm more familiar with Carlene. I mean, I think I've heard Coleen Douglas as well, but basically those are the panelists, and I'm glad the fact that everybody showed up. So I have to, because like with the think first 2 weeks there were a lot of no shows. Although to be honest with you, I'll get into one person who did not show up for this final part. But anyway, so they continue the crime, justice, and punishment talks, and basically it was more interesting than last week. I mean, last week was a snooze fest. Unfortunately, I tried staying awake for discussion, but this week they did a better job of discussing the how dancehall has been blamed for the crime in Jamaica. A lot of the crime, not all of it. And I think you had some people in the audience who blamed the artists for their actions, which is fair. But there are people saying that there's more than just the artist, that it's just the culture of violence and moral unaccountability was around before dancehall. I mean, in any cases, dancehall in some cases just added to the negative aspects of dancehall, added to it. And so a very good point is that there are by saying that there were dancehall artists who generally did not have those negative nihilistic views, but those artists tend not to be promoted or acknowledged. All right, and I agree with that, because and the thing is, what I wanted to say, even though I didn't really go up and make my opinion known, that a lot of these dance artists, yeah, you can blame them individually for their BS if they're into some shady stuff. But at the same time, is that would we know who these artists were if these record companies, these labels, these entertainment outlets like these magazines, these newspapers, these radio stations, these TV shows didn't keep giving these guys coverage and kept glorifying the things they said and did. And plus, a lot of that has to do with the fan base. A lot of the diehard fans glorify and encourage a lot of the bad behavior some of the dancehall artists engage in. And no one brought up those parts. And no one saying that the blame you go across. But the same thing with the rappers, same dynamic, that rappers, the ones who do this, have portrayed these negative images or stereotypes. A lot of it is glorified, marketed, and yet only the rappers get blamed for their actions, but no one blames these other people behind the rappers, or even the people who support these rappers vehemently. So that was my thing about it, though. And they did a good job of covering that. Overall, was good. The downside is the performer was supposed to be Tommy Lee, another dancehall artist, who, if you don't know, is basically one of Vybz Kartel's followers. I won't say followers, pads themselves off of Vybz Kartel in a way. All right, and I think there's supposed to be the Jam Orchestra, but none of those people showed up. So basically, we got no performance. I mean, other 3 nights we got performances, but we didn't get any performances tonight, and that was kind of this major disappointment, because after last week with General being Lexus and others, I was looking forward to like some of these people turning up, doing just as good or even better performances. But alas, we didn't get that. We just got a discussion. So, I'd have to kind of mark it less than the other 3. Meaning the third week was the best one in my opinion. This one could have been better if Tommy Lee or these other people had showed up, but alas, they didn't. But anyways, that's been my review for the fan part Grounation, and I'll post this ASAP. And looking forward to next year. See what theme we're going to go for next year. All right, I'm done. I will post this ASAP.